Hello, beautiful family. How are you all doing? Thank you so dearly for always tuning in. I really appreciate. Today, the first time you are coming across us, so you are hearing this voice for the first time. We still remain Progress News, and we give you all the latest updates. Remember, in this platform, we react to all videos, and your opinion is highly needed. So sit back, watch this video, and I'll be right back.
The VNL page. Okay, I'm also live on my personal page. I'm live on my personal account. I'm live on. I've reconnected on Sunrise Daily channel on YouTube. So I think I'm sorry for the network interruption. It wasn't my fault. So that's a Nigerian network for you. Yes, I remember my humble self, Prince Will, Chimeze Richard. Of course, many of you knows what has been going on in our struggle. Sorry, I'm facing two cameras, so when I face here, I face here. So now, a lot has been happening. A lot has been happening in the areas. The Biafra Nations League have much influence. The areas we operate, the areas I control. It is expected. What is happening now in Bakassi is expected because we gave it as a warning that such thing will happen. And it might not come from the Biafra Nations League directly. It may not come from me directly, but freedom fighters that are more dreaded will rise to face the enemies in our territory. Yes, about 2 months ago, I'm still trying to refresh our memories. So even the enemies should be listening. The government, the Nigerian and Cameroonian government should be listening as well. 2 months ago, let me move. Alright, 2 months ago, I addressed the press in Calabar during my press briefing, where we made known our position regarding the arrest and detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the killings, the illegal arrest of our people by Nigerian security operatives, and the intimidation in our territory, especially the Igbo areas, and as well the Bakassi Peninsula. The intimidation, harassment, incessant arrest by Cameroonian forces at the Peninsula, and we made that press briefing where I demanded the unconditional release of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. I also demanded that Cameroonian forces should withdraw completely from Bakassi Peninsula, being our operational base, the operational base of the Biafra Nations League, BNL. We cannot have two masters in one ship or two captains in one ship. We demanded, and that message went directly to the Cameroonian authority, that they should withdraw with immediate effect. They should withdraw their forces. All their forces should stand down and back up from our territory. We also demanded that the Nigerian soldiers should as well withdraw from the southeastern part. When I mean southeastern part, for those that may not understand, for those that are listening that are not from our territory, you know that southeastern part of Nigeria, the Igbo-speaking area, though they are not the only Igbo-speaking area in Biafra land. But I want to make it for those that may not, that are watching from other countries that are not from Nigeria. We demanded that they should withdraw completely from our territory. We also demanded in Calabar that Nigerian government should tell their Cameroonian counterparts to stop forceful imposition of tax on our people, on the people of Bakassi Peninsula, the Oron that are there. They should stop forceful imposition of tax. And of course, we have made it known time with that number that we, the Biafra Nations League, BNL, do not recognize, we don't recognize in, these international boundaries in Bakassi. We don't recognize that boundary. We don't. Because we cannot separate our people with two fake boundaries. So we don't recognize that boundary. In as much as we also don't recognize the Green Trade Agreement between Nigeria and Cameroon. But we've only made it known what is written in the Green Trade Agreement, which I am fully aware what is in the Green Trade Agreement, which Cameroon government is violating, and Nigerian government is not doing anything about it. We don't believe in the Green Trade Agreement, quite okay, but to make it known that Nigerian government, they are, I don't know what I will use describing them. The people they sold their territory. You sign an agreement, you are not following what is in the agreement. You are not even monitoring if their counterpart is violating that agreement. In the Green Trade Agreement, for some that did not know, Cameroon is not allowed to impose tax on the residents or indigenes of Bakassi Peninsula. It is against the Green Trade Agreement. The people, according to the Green Trade Agreement, shall pay tax to their existing country. Let me mention Nigeria. Every Nigerian government, they are no longer part of it. The Nigerian government is not doing anything. But according to what is in the Green Trade Agreement, they shall not pay tax to Cameroon, which Cameroon is violating. The currency remains the Naira, which Cameroon is violating. They are introducing their own currency in Bakassi. The people, they shall not, on no account, should they change, rename our territory, rename our towns, or impose the names of their towns or region or whatever in Bakassi, which they are violating. Today, you have a Sangele subdivision, you have a Dabato subdivision, you have Kumbu Abedimo subdivision, and what have you, and they are violating all these agreements. And ask Nigerian government to enter and instruct them to stop imposing tax on our people. I want to remind us and them that are watching what happened to the Dabato market that the Cameroonian authority constructed at Atabong East High Sea, near the Atabong East High Sea. The Dabato market worth how many million francs? That market was what? Was burned down to ash. Was brought down. It seems they have not learned their lesson from what happened to that market they built with their money. When we realize that the market, the purpose of erecting that market, the Dabato market, is to impose and start collecting tax from our people. Our people, our boys, my followers, lovers of freedom, brought down that market. The entire market was raised down. Millions of francs gone. They have not learned lesson from that, from what happened in the Dabato subdivision. And now, these are the three we demanded in Calabar during our press briefing. And I told them during the press briefing that failure to comply, failure to grant this request, it might affect the peace at the Gulf, in the Gulf of Guinea, especially at the eastern end of the Gulf of Guinea. It might affect the peace of that region. And I told them that the action may not come directly BNL, we have issued the we have given them the warning. But they shouldn't expect that, oh, what BNL will do or what they expect us to do, they want to be helped. Our followers will rise to deal with them. Our loyalists will rise to deal with them. Our supporters will rise to deal with them. I told them because they are following, even as I'm live now, a lot of our followers, loyalists are following, they are aware of these live broadcasts and they are following. And whatever I say is to be very disastrous. If I say something, they might just do it. And do it. It will be disastrous. Because the level we are in this struggle now, the influence we have in Bakassi, the influence we have at the Gulf of Guinea, from the maritime area, Mbo, Oro, in Akwa Ibom, down to Amazonia area, the influence we have there, whoever disobeys our instruction is taking risk. It's taking risk. And that is why you are seeing what is happening in Bakassi today. You are seeing what is happening. And it seems that extended to Mbo, Ibaka, whatever, those areas. We want them. And after that, an NGO, some members of an NGO, they visited us in Bakassi pleading for peace. During the time we gave oil firms, we asked oil firms to shut down. They refused and they started having issues, having problems there, challenges. The Black Marine did not allow them to operate. We drill oil at the maritime border area in Bakassi. And they were forced to shut down by the Black Marine force. And it affected the economy. Every day, Cameroon loses about 400,000 barrels of oil. Nigeria, the same thing. Nigeria loses about 600,000 barrels from oil in Bakassi every day, because the both countries jointly drill oil at the maritime border. And of course, according to the victory agreement, Nigeria gets the lion's share, about 60-70% of the revenue that is coming from Bakassi. And we were able to shut them down, the operation. Of course, we asked them to shut down, they refused. And of course, our people, our loyalists, our freedom fighters, those that will speak the language they understand, they were able to do what? Force them to shut down. And they came pleading. I don't know whether they were the one that sent the NGO that came to meet us. We had a meeting with them. They pleaded for peace, of which we told them that they have to go and get the oil firms and bring them to the table. We told them to go back, tell the oil firms. They claimed they were not sent by the Cameroonian authorities, the Cameroonian government. They came on their own for peace as an NGO. But we have them to bring these oil companies, their managers, bring them to the table. We have to have a word with them, discuss with them. They are in their territory, drilling oil, paying tax to Cameroon. At the same time, they are paying tax to Nigeria. They are sharing, these two countries are sharing this revenue. And the people in the territory are passing through a lot of hardship pains. You are in their territory, you are not even doing anything in their territory, developing their region. If you go to Ikan, and Akpabio area, you see the IDPS camps. The Bakassi people, the indigenous, have run away from their territory. They are in IDPS camps. And even the IDPS camps are being neglected, abandoned by the Nigerian government. Many of them have run away because of what the Cameroonian authorities, Cameroonian forces are doing to them there in the territory. They ran away. Some of them, and many of them are in IDPS camps. And some of them are in Yaoundé prison. Some of them are in Yaoundé prison. If they rise up to say, oh, we don't want it, they will arrest them and put them in Yaoundé prison. And they don't have, but there's no voice. They don't have anybody apart from anybody that is speaking for them in that area. Apart from what is his name? Tony Ene, the former leader of Bakassi movement for self-determination of farmers. Tony Ene died during the struggle. I think my very good friend Emmanuel Supo took over, although they are now our mentors, and they are now behind. So these things have been happening. They are being forced to pay tax, and these oil firms are not contributing anything. They are paying tax to these two countries, and they are using it to buy weapons and buy arms to come and fight our people, to come and destroy our territory, to come and kill our people. the money they get from that. We say no, we have to cut them off from taking this oil, which of course it happened until after some time they came with force, deployed their troops, the rapid intervention battalions, the B. They came with airstrikes and trying to attack us in the region. But to the glory of Almighty, we are safe. Our people over there are safe. The attacks would not do us anything, and they forced those oil firms to come back again and start drilling oil. 2 times we have been able to shut down operation. The Cameroonian government, was it 3 months ago or 4 months ago? 4 months ago, they signed agreement with Equatorial Guinea to start drilling from Equatorial the border between Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea. Biya and Paul Biya and President Theodore Obiang Basogo signed an agreement. They suspended operation in Bakassi. And when they see that the situation of things is calm, when they see that things have gone low, they will come back again. So we have been giving them series of warning with the refuse. And now our followers, our loyalists, are saying no, that they will not, they will give them the highest heat. The highest heat. And I'll be the last person to plead with them for peace, to make peace. I'll be the last person. Because our requests, our demands have not been granted. That is why a lot of things have been going on there. And we made it known that if you follow the last press statement, the last press briefing where my operational coordinator, the person of Henry Edet, announced that we have banned international trade, foreign trade, international trade, anything that has to do with international business, trade, drilling of oil at the eastern end of the Gulf of Guinea. We have banned it. The international community have to start listening to us. So they have to start listening to us. We made it known that we have banned them, and I also supported the ban, and we are also, of course, we're executing it. We don't want any international trade at sea. We don't want it, and they have in charge. We are completely in charge, and we don't want to see any of them, enemy forces, coming worker. You are in our territory. You are benefiting from our territory, and we are struggling for survival, struggling for freedom. We are not saying anything. Your country is not saying anything. You are in our territory. You are trading. You are doing business. You are drilling oil. You are bringing your vessel, and we don't want to see any oil vessel. We don't want to see any vessel that is seen will be intercepted. This has been intercepted at the Peninsula there. So our people, our men are on guard. They are watching. Of course.
So my wonderful family, that brings us to the end of this update. Do well to like the video, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and bye-bye.